There are places on our planet that stand out for their history, sites that hide shocking secrets and are often prohibited from entering. There is an island in Japan that was banned from entering for decades, and one of the strangest cities in the world is hidden within it. Known by many as the Ghost Island of Japan, today we're going to take a look at the Gunkanjima Island. After the discovery of a coal seam in the subsoil of the island in 1887, people from the Mitsubishi Company began to arrive at the island to mine it. The company bought the island and turned it into a coal mine. This Hashima mine was one of the most productive mines not only in Japan but the entire world, producing thousands of tons of this material each year. But there was a problem with the island. The place was very susceptible to typhoons. That is why walls were built around the island to protect it. In the following decades, hundreds of more people began to arrive at the island, and the company in charge of the island did not want to leave any stone unturned. They built more than 50 large buildings to house more than 3,000 people. However, over time, news of deaths began to emerge around the island due to the exploitation of the workers. Supposedly, the working conditions were very harsh and the miners were paid little. People began to fear that they would end up working on the island, and there are rumors that there were people who worked on the mines against their will. Since there were so many buildings in such a small island, there were no green areas in the whole island. As in, there were no trees or fresh air, only cement and dust. It is said that the deaths of the workers tallied in the thousands due to the precarious working conditions and malnutrition. In 1960, oil began to replace coal worldwide and the mines of Japan began to close, which it eventually included this island. Due to its high maintenance costs, the company in charge of the island decided to abandon it and prohibit entrance forever. For decades, few people could only observe the island from afar. They saw how, little by little, the island changed. In 2002, Mitsubishi decided to donate the island to the Nagasaki government, and finally, in 2009, some parts of the island were opened to the public. To this day, there are still places on the island that are restricted. It is believed that there might be tombs of people who died there, or other secrets that may never be found. Today, we can see the buildings damaged by the continuous typhoons. Seeing this island, we could imagine how the future would look like without us humans. The results of the buildings we leave behind being destroyed by nature little by little, until all that remains are ruins of what was once populated. Knowing that this island was once one of the most important industrial sites in the world makes it even more interesting. And that just in a few decades, the island was transformed into a setting of a post-apocalyptic movie. Which leads to the question, what could our cities look like in a few decades after being abandoned? Tell me what you think about the Ghost Island of Japan. Is it a place that you would like to visit? Can you picture how our cities or countries would look like after being abandoned for several decades, when nature takes back what belongs to it? Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, assume nothing and question everything.